Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you again for joining me. I am Robert Breton, your host. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about relationships. Let's talk about what you are here to do on planet Earth. And know that you are loved already. You are abundant already. Whatever you're manifesting, whatever you're doing, whatever you're creating right now, it will happen. All you have to do is have faith. That's what we're really going to dive into is faith, unconditional love, right? Comes from you having faith. That's it. Now, my beautiful fiance, Allison, I met her almost 3 years ago, and I want to let you all know that I did not create her. I did not even have any expectation on what a soulmate is, what relationships is, what love is. In fact, I was on a very long bout of celibacy before I even met her, and I had zero expectations of getting into a relationship. And honestly, I remember the day I saw her beautiful face, and I knew I could spend the rest of my life with this woman. I just had to go for it, you know? So I want to really wrap up what love is and my perception of love and how it has changed through the years. Because it's not the same thing. We all use that word love and assume that it means the same thing, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. The color green that I see is not the color green that you see. You see this green shirt? Everybody watching on YouTube right now, you can see it, all right? This is green, one of my favorite colors, right? And it used to be my true favorite color, right? Until recently, you know, it kind of switched to blue. And that's because my throat chakra has activated, and now making this podcast, doing all of these things, becoming a full-time content creator, you know, this is something that I was meant to do. I'm stepping in tune with my purpose. And that's the same thing with love. When I was in the beginning of the relationships in high school, I had a 3-year relationship in high school, people. Like, I was not the guy who, you know, messed around or like went into the closet, played 7 Seconds in Heaven or whatever. I never did any of that. I never partied. I never anything because I was the hardcore romantic dude, like straight out of elementary school. Mama taught me right. And I remember being in that relationship for 3 years, my very first love of my life, right? I still have dreams about her. She's still out there somewhere in the universe. I have not talked to her since I was like 19. Okay. Now, the point of why I'm bringing this up is because my definition of love and what I thought love was then when I was 19, and now fast forward, you know, 10, 20, I'm 33 going to be this year. So what is that? 10, almost 12 years later, right? What's happening now? My definition of love is completely changed. Honestly, it's like 1,000% difference. Okay. And I want to break down the 3 phases of love and what that has done to my life. Phase number 1 is you get caught into the bright, starry, puppy-eye version of love. You're like so excited. You're making out 24/7. I remember rolling around on the grass for hours when I was like 15, 16, right? I still can make that happen these days. My point is that that's the puppy dog love, right? You're just in it because it's new. You're excited about it, right? This lasts maybe a year or 2 if you're lucky, okay? And then after that, phase 2 goes quickly into your life, right? Because, you know, you're 18, your responsibilities are kicking in, you have some job now, you have bills to pay, things like that. So priorities have shifted a little bit. You don't have the energy to really devote to that love. Therefore, the mind is starting to take a step in the game, saying, oh, what? You shouldn't love that deeply. You shouldn't go on that movie. You shouldn't spend that money. You should do blank. Responsibility, right? This is that dance between the head and the heart as we become quote unquote adults in life. Now, what's happening here is we are slowly changing and evolving, right? This is a very slow progress if you are listening to the mind. If you're listening to the heart and you're just going for it, it's a very fast process. Now, I was in a relationship, let's see, before, it was 2 relationships before my final relationship here with Allison, my soulmate. Now, what happened was I had a very physical definition of love, meaning if there was no sex or intimacy in the relationship, I therefore didn't think love was possible. Now, this physical relationship, and mind you, I'm about 21 now, so a little bit more maturity. The point is that I finally had the breakthrough that love, true unconditional love, is not physical. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back, okay? True unconditional love is not physical. Remember this, because physical is the 3D, right? That's the duality. That's the web that we are caught in. That's the conditional love that says, I need you because of this trauma that I had, or this experience, or this expectation, right? Now, unconditional love says, I love you no matter what. I love you no matter what you did in the past, no matter what you're going to do in the future, because you are love. You are a representation of me, and just as I look into you, it is a mirror. We are only a mirror reflecting the consciousness back at each other. That is the true unconditional love. And guess what? That phase 3 love that I truly felt the first time will go beyond any boundary that you can ever place on it. When I first met Allison, we were doing a long distance relationship, and this was extremely difficult to not be in that presence with her. Right? To not have that comfort, to not have this. And this developed even deeper amounts of love that I honestly didn't even know was possible because I couldn't see her physically. So I was demanded to go past that physical side of love and go into the 5D, right? To go into the non-physical representation of love. And this is so deep, okay? So deep. Now, I didn't know I could feel this before until I met Allison, and this is what I would advise to everyone listening, everybody watching right now, is never settle. That's it. Honestly, that's what I was doing in the past, right? I thought I was happy. I thought I was in quote-unquote love. Everything was good. However, that love was not reciprocated, right? It was always 70-30 or 60-40, you know? That is the thing. That is what people are settling. You could do this your whole life. Right? Until that person dies, until you die, and you're going to have to come back here and do it all over again because you did not reach that 5th dimensional love, that true unconditional love. Now, the last phase, the last thing that love, unconditional love has done for me is becoming a parent. And I know there might be some younger people listening that you have no idea what this is. I just want to throw this out to you because all the parents out there, all the adults, all the parents out there listening, you know what I'm talking about. That is, when you truly have a kid, like your own child, my definition of love, like, completely changed. This is not a sexual, intimacy, romantic. That is a part of love. Yes, I'm talking about something much deeper. Like, I honestly did not know what love was until I had my firstborn child, my son. Yeah, honestly, they changed my life. And being a dad is who I'm supposed to be in this life, and I am so happy to do that and to fulfill that role. And I am now embodying a love frequency, a vibration that is so much more expansive than I ever thought was possible. So you, the ego, you, the lower self, are the one putting the limitation on what love is, on what you can experience, on what we call love. And remember, this is a verb. This is an action. It's not something you can possess. It's not like you have it, right? And I love this because people are like, oh, I fall in love or I fall in out of love. It's not possible. Don't you realize it's not possible to do that? When you are truly embodying that love frequency, that vibration, you are in it. That's it. That's it. It is a vibration. It is a frequency. You cannot go back. That's it. All you can do is share it. And guess what? It's the most contagious thing on the planet. I know fear is going around and spreading like wildfire. However, love is the most contagious, beautiful thing there ever will be. That's what transcends to the next life. That's what you carry on with you. That goes past that samsara of cycle and birth and death. You are unconditional love right here in human form, just experiencing it, just a taste of the potential. It is so beautiful what you can do when you finally let go of the surface of that person, of that role of who you're trying to play, and just really accept who you truly are as the infinite being. That's when the unconditional love will come online in your life. That's when your soulmate will manifest. That's when all of that magic will happen instantaneously. It's a beautiful process. It honestly is the most beautiful process I could ever witness. And I want to let you all know that yes, soulmates are real, twin flames are real, true unconditional love is real, and it is what you make it. If you've had experiences from the past that got you caught in some trauma or some emotional debate, know that that had to happen so you can embrace this new higher frequency, because you don't even know what's around the corner, because the universe has a big surprise in store for you. It is a beautiful journey when you just embrace it and don't get caught in the resistance, right? Because that resistance is what creates the suffering. So go with the flow, baby. Just be in with that flow. Be that unconditional love frequency, which is what we call the fifth dimension. That's what we're here to do. That's it. Anything less than that is just self-sabotage. That's it. You're sabotaging your journey. You're throwing tacks out, nails out in the road that you're going to drive over and get flat tires on, right? We want that smooth cruise control, baby, going over, taking the scenic route. That's what we're here to do. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to the Patreon members. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, infinite love, infinite peace.